Lethargic Sloth here, and it's time to unveil my top 42 for Eurovision 2017. These are my personal favorites, and I'm going to try to stay on course today because if you heard either of my semifinal prediction videos, I like to ramble and get off topic, so I'm going to try to keep this concise, but I just want to say a couple things about each song and give a reason for my rankings. If you would like to see the quick version of this, I will post a link in the description. It's just my picks set to music without opinions, so if you don't want the long ramble session, then just go to that and you can quickly see my favorites. So I really want to invite you to tell me your top lists because I'm just interested. I like hearing different opinions, and we do not have to agree on everything. So it's nice to see differing opinions and why people like different songs. We all have emotional connections to songs for different reasons. You know, some of us may hate songs that others love, and that's okay. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So I want to hear your opinions. So I'll start here by saying that there are only 6 songs this year that I dislike, which is really quite impressive. Usually there's probably about 10 I dislike. So there's about 6 songs I won't download that after the contest is over, I pretty much hope to never hear again. And over time, maybe I'll grab appreciation for 1 or 2 of them, but other than that, I really like most of the songs, and there's actually a lot more that I love that I even like, so it was a good year, I feel. But stick around, watch these rankings, and this list will differ considerably from my post-contest. I'll make another ranking list at the very end of Eurovision after I see some of the performances. An example, I had Iveta Makuchian from Armenia last year ranked 15th, but after the contest she was all the way up to 4th, so the performances really help boost some of these songs, and even some of my favorites fall a little bit. I know there's probably one in my top 5 that'll fall significantly. I just have a feeling. So, the contest itself can change my opinion greatly. So, let's get started. I'm going to try to keep this concise, about 30 seconds to each country, but you know me, I like to ramble if you've heard my videos. So, here we go. My first thing I want to do is I want to give a little shout out to Russia. Yulia Samulova with the song Flame is Burning. It was a good song. If it were on this list, it would have been ranked number 32. So anything 32 and back would be bumped 1 spot if Russia were still in the contest. I felt it was a good song. It wasn't a great song to me. It wasn't one that really captured my attention or my emotions so much as some of the other ones, but it was heartfelt and it was meaningful, so I really did appreciate it, and I feel it's a shame that Russia's not competing this year. I hate that politics have to be involved in this contest, but that's the way of the world. So I just want to mention this and tell you where it would have placed. So let's start. At number 42, I have Georgia. This is by far my least favorite song of the year. I feel it's shouty, it's very annoying, it's one of those songs you don't want to get stuck in your head. And as I mentioned before in my semifinal ranking video, it feels like gospel churchy, but then social justice warriors screaming at you, hope, change, blah, 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 really kind of obnoxious, annoying, and almost arrogant song that, believe this or else. And I haven't been very impressed with Taco's interviews either. She likes to poke fun at Russia for not being able to compete. It's just kind of disgusting a little bit. So I can't stand listening to this song. I think her voice is shouty. I don't like anything about this song. I do like parts of her voice. She has a strong voice, but it's not for me, and I don't like it at all. It's last place on my list. This is one you will never change my mind about. I just don't like it at all. So let's go to number 41. We've got San Marino, Spirit of the Night. This is just the complete opposite of what I enjoy about music. It's not the worst song in the world, but it's definitely one that I have no desire to listen to more than once or twice. I don't know. It's hard to even put a word on it. It's not for me. And I don't hate it. It doesn't connect in any way, shape, or form. And that's really the nicest thing I can say about the song. I like their voices. Valentina Monetta and Jimmy Wilson, they have good voices, but they don't have chemistry, and the song falls flat for me. So I can end it there. So let's go to number 40, Lithuania. This is kind of surprising. If you saw my terribly harsh review of this song, you'd probably assume that this would be my last place, but I've gotten almost a small appreciation for the song in some ways. I like their dedication. I still don't know what the song's about. I've heard a million different explanations. None of them make sense when I'm reading the lyrics, and I've heard them describe what it means. The revolution in yourself and connecting with others. It's too much energy, too many lights. I think she does have nice vocals. I just think they are highly misused in this song. So, it's not one that I like, but it's almost become a novelty in a way. So, it's one that I can laugh at and say, it's so bad it's good. So, I don't know. I'm not going to download it. I probably won't listen to it again, but we'll have fond memories of Lithuania in 2017. So number 39, Slovenia. This is one of those cases where I like the singer's voice and I don't like the song at all. He said that the song was held for 10 years in secrecy, and some secrets, like Victoria's secret, should stay hidden. Yeah, that's, it's not a good song. You wonder whether it is a song of optimism and going out in the world, or it's a suicide note. I mentioned that in my review. I still don't know. It's very ominous, and I feel like he's trying to be happy about it, but it doesn't. There's no conviction in the song. It's not moved for me much. Even the revamp didn't move it up in my estimation. It's another one. I don't hate it, but I really just don't love it at all. Number 38 is going to be Sweden. Now this will be a shock to anybody who has never seen one of my videos. However, this will not be a shock to anybody that's seen my videos. I constantly take shots at this song. Now I know this song isn't meant to be taken seriously. It's supposed to be flirty and fun, but I really hate the arrogant and douchey feel of this song. It's annoying. There's nothing I really like about this song. You have to figure, we're in a contest with 42 of the best singers here. They're all good in some point or another, but how many singers here can you really say are worse than Robin? I can't name very many of them. Probably Slavko from Montenegro. A lot of times he sounds like he's singing karaoke. There's not many singers that I would say are worse than Sweden. The production of the song, yeah, sure, it's nice, but it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't inspire me or make me want to do great things with my life. It's just to me some douchebag singing about how good he thinks he looks, and it's just mediocre. I don't like this song, and I don't understand how it can be in the odds maker a top 5 song. There's just nothing really redeemable or likable about it. So if you like it, that's great, but I don't, and I won't. So what's next? We have Albania at 37. This is another one that's probably going to be unpopular, as a lot of people love this song, but she's so shouty. And I have people all the time talking about how Denmark is shouty, but this is May 6, 2017, the day I'm recording, I still think Albania and Georgia are the most shouty, and I can't stand hearing either one of them. My ears can't take it. And Lindita likes to go showcase her voice and go high to low and do all these things to impress the crowd, but it just sounds terrible to me sometimes. Like, she's got a powerful voice, it's strong. She tries to do too much with it sometimes, but the song doesn't do anything for me either. It's another generic peace song that doesn't really go anywhere. It's not one that I find pleasant. But that's just me. Number 36, Montenegro. So now we're getting into the songs that I am average, lukewarm on. The next couple are going to be like that. I would say probably the next 6 songs are lukewarm, but probably more of a positive vibe. With Montenegro, sometimes my problem with the song is it sounds like it's a karaoke session, as I mentioned before. I can't take this song seriously in any way, shape, or form. It's weird, it's out there, but it's still entertaining. I mean, there's good qualities about this. Slavko has a lot of charisma, even though he's got weird charisma. He really is one of those people that garners attention and seems like a nice person, and it's just, it's kind of disco-y and disco Eurodance type song. It's just not one that I really connect to, but it could qualify, we'll see. So, number 35 is Mirella with Contigo. No, damn. If Mirella would be here with Contigo, it would have been in my top 5 probably. This is Manel Navarro with Do It For Your Lover. Now, actually, I had to throw that out there. And anytime I post anything about Mirella, I'm just trolling people. It's funny to see the reaction because people are always like, "Oh, that contest was decided a while ago. Forget it." I just like to troll on that issue because it's entertaining for me. But this is a song, when I heard it, I'm like, this is going to be my least favorite song of the entire competition. But then you hear it. It's nice to listen to when you don't have to do anything. If you're just sitting there with a drink or something, just listening to the song, it's pleasant. It's great background music. I can't really say anything terrible about it. His voice is very good. It's repetitive, sure, but it's a nice summer song. It's not bad in any way, really, but it's just average because of the repetition. I like his guitar, I like his voice a lot, but it's not one of my favorites. But I think I like it more than I dislike it at the end of the day. So, yeah. I certainly like it better than Say Yay last year. I hated that song. Say Yay was my Sweden for this year, last year in 2016, and I got grilled for that, but that's the past. So, number 34, Estonia. My connection to this song can only be described as the connection between Coit and Laura. Kind of non-existent. Really, it's almost embarrassing how that pairing interacts. And it's funny because if you watch the rehearsals, one of them will screw up. every time. They're never on the same page. And maybe they are saving it for the semifinals. Maybe they're trying to make us think they're, not hitting their marks because they're going to surprise us with perfection at the semifinals. This is a song that I think could really fly if they get it right and hit it. But it's not one that I love. It's okay. It's just average to me. It's kind of older sounding with a modern twist. I don't see the passion, longing, and desire between the two when they're presenting it on stage. I'm not sold. There's no conviction in this whatsoever. So we'll see. I think it could do very well, but they have to be good. They have to be great because it's a hard semifinal they're coming out of. We'll see. Number 33, Czech Republic, Martina Barta, My Turn. I'm a huge fan and a huge sucker for emotional songs. I love emotional ballads, and this is a jazzy type ballad. It sticks out. That's one thing, because it's really the only song of its type. It just doesn't affect me as much as some of these other songs will that I'm going to be getting to. I like it. It's nice, and you know what? I was really impressed with her in the semifinals. I went from thinking this song has no chance to qualify to thinking maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but it's a good song, and it should make Czech Republic really proud this year. It's nice to have a song like this in the contest. So number 32, I'm going with Iceland, Paper. This is probably one of the more disappointing staging programs I've seen. It's a good song, but the staging doesn't really match the song, and I thought it would be a little out of place because of how it sounds, because I felt it sounded like a late 1980s Madonna song upon thinking of it, but it has a very nice message, and I hope it does well, but I fear this is going to be another non-qualifier for Iceland. It just doesn't move the meter for myself and a lot of people. Number 31 might shock you. I gave the worst scathing possible review of Ireland, Brendan Murray. I hated this song when I first heard it. Hated it. That studio version, and I will still say, is terrible. I do not like that studio version at all. But then I got to hear him perform live. His voice is completely different live than it is in that studio version. The problem still lies with the song. The song is very bland. It sounds like a Twilight movie franchise reject. It's slow, it's plodding, but it does have high points here and there, so there are mountains there with the valleys. He doesn't have my favorite voice of the competition, but I've come to respect his voice because he does have a nice voice live, and he can sing. I was completely wrong about him being an awful singer. My review of Ireland was a completely emotional response after hearing it for the first time. I was like, what the hell is this? But I'm coming around on this, and I kind of have a feeling maybe in hearing it at the competition, it might be able to creep a little higher. It's not going to break into my top 10 or top 20 even probably, but I think I'll leave with a much more favorable opinion. And right now, I would rank it as average, leaning on liking it more than disliking it. So that's one of the first songs to really turn for me, so that's quite commendable. Number 30, Latvia. This is not my type of music at all, but this grunge rock electro thing with all the colors, it works. It's nice. It's pleasant to listen to. There's potential problems in the vocals, which hopefully will get ironed out before the competition. But it's energetic, it's fun. They're they couldn't have asked for a better slotting, going last in the semifinal one. So I think Latvia is a song that should be considered a contender to advance. So I like it. I actually like it better than Latvia's last 2 years, which is another contrary to many other people. But it's a good song. It's repetitive, but it's fun to listen to. And overall, I have a very favorable opinion of this song. So next, the rest of these songs on this list I love. There's not a single song that I do not love. So these are all songs that I will download, will listen to all the time. Now the past couple of songs I'll probably download those too and listen to them. But these, my top 29, I just am completely in love with all these songs. So we'll begin there. Number 29, I have Germany. It's not a perfect song. Her voice is wonderful, first of all. She's incredible live. She's incredibly personable, engaging, and I do actually like the song. I don't find a ton of fault in the lyrics. I don't care about the comparisons to Titanium because I feel like you forget those when the song starts. It's not the most memorable song in the contest, but it's definitely nothing really wrong with it. So that's my opinion. I like it. More above average type deal. Number 28, I have Cyprus. Cyprus is one that's fallen off the map for me. Do I like the song? Sure, yeah. I just found a lot of songs that I ended up liking better. Now, I think in the live performance, if everything goes well, this could shoot back up, because this is one I was really high on in the beginning. I gave it a 3.5 out of 4 stars. I just connect better with other songs, and there's other songs that I like more. I do like the beat to the song. It sounds really good. It's just they need to get the staging right, and hopefully he'll get the votes he needs. It's enjoyable. Number 27, Croatia. I think this could be the surprise of the contest. I said it in my review. I'll say it now. It's a beautiful song, great message. It is still half a song if you're being completely honest. Between the English and Italian, you're just repeating yourself back and forth. So it's half a song, but it's so dynamic, and it's so impressive to see him do that. It was such a weird concept hearing about that, but seeing him on stage performing kind of makes a little more sense. So Jacques Hudek, in my opinion, because I'm trying to think of them, Jacques Hudek, along with Salvador Sobral from Portugal, have probably two of the best male voices in the entire competition. I really like Isaiah from Australia too. He's got a really nice voice, but this song is not the best song in the contest, but I think he could shock a lot of people, and this song has a chance of qualifying, but we'll see. For my list, it's 27 for now. It could shoot way up, though. Number 26, Belarus. Story of My Life in English. They listed as that. So I love hearing this song in Belarusian. It's so important to have this song play. It's happy and upbeat. Sometimes I feel it's a little tiring. If I had to fault this song in any way, and I meant to mention this with Estonia, Belarus and Estonia kind of have it the same way. If they do get stuck in your head, they're kind of annoying and hard to get out. That's really the only criticism I have to say is, like the aftertaste of the song sometimes gets to wear me down a little bit. But that doesn't mean that I don't love it and appreciate it. I love that they're using real instruments, that they're so happy, and they are a great stage couple, the way they connect, as comparison again to Estonia. These two are phenomenal. And I really enjoy this song. And just because it's ranked 26 doesn't mean I don't love it. It's just, again, when you get to this point when it's all songs you like, it's incredibly hard to separate love from really love. It's a very hard thing to do to rank these songs. Number 25, I've got Macedonia. The next two songs I love, but from the start I was really worried about the staging. Macedonia doesn't have a good history for staging, to say the least, and the next song on the list won't either. Well, they have a better history of staging, but I was worried about their song. Correcting myself there. Dance Alone, Jana Brzeska. It's fun, it's energetic, it's flirty, it's not very well staged, to be honest. It's disappointing. And I like her voice. Her voice live sounds processed and ready to go. But the total package of the song kind of disappointed me a little bit. Do I think it will qualify? It could. I did not pick it to qualify, but I think it's possible. It's a hard semifinal. There's a lot of really good quality songs. If she brings her A game, the angles are good, she hits her marks, sure, this could definitely qualify. But I'm underwhelmed by the staging as of now. Of course, with all these songs, we have to remember the first rehearsals, the second rehearsals. These are all for experimentation, so this is not the end product we're going to see on the night. It could be phenomenal. So I'm keeping an open mind. This song might shoot up my list on that final ranking. We'll see. Number 24 should be obvious after mentioning Macedonia. Belgium. Had so much hope for this song. It was in my top 10. Studio, Macedonia and Belgium are top-notch. They're right in my top 10 for studio versions. Hearing this live the first time, I didn't like it at all. I thought it was very bad. Hearing it again, she gets more confidence. She's up there. I'm not a huge fan of the lights and the staging they're using. I thought it would be nicer for a smaller, more intimate performance rather than all the lights and the planet and everything like that. But the song's still so good, it's probably going to qualify just pushed in from the fans. The song has a lot of fans because it's a quality song. Her voice is really nice. It's very different. And like I said, she's got a very awkward personality. And it's not a bad thing. It's just she's got a really awkward stage personality versus, interviews. And it's kind of funny to see. It's endearing for her character, really, because she seems like a wonderful person. But I love the song. I just hope it's done right. It's one that, if doing as good as I believe she can do, she could dang near win the thing. But if it's as bad as I've seen it the first couple times, could do a lot worse. So we'll see. Number 23, I've got Ukraine. O Torvald with Time. I really like this song. I really do. This is the kind of music that I like. Energy rock. I have like two personalities. I like the fast rock. I'm a big fan of like Def Leppard and stuff like that. Also like Guns N' Roses, November Rain. That's the stuff I love to listen to. Also like country and western from the U.S. I just like all music. I'm a music fan, but it sticks out. It's the only rock song this year. I was a big fan of Alter Ego and -1 last year from Cyprus. I think I like this one more, actually. But, again, there's other songs I connect to more. But I think Ukraine made a good choice, because they're going to make their country proud. Number 22, Moldova. This is a fun song that just makes me laugh every time. It's just, how can you not describe it as anything but a crazy good time? A party you might want to be at, unless you're having to deal with mother-in-laws, because they can beat you up if they don't like you. It's epic sax guy, epic violin guy, Sergey the lead singer, Romania 2.0, because they're two out of, or one of the three Romanian acts this year that have Romanian members. Uh, it's just a good time, and I like this song. Yeah, it's really good. I'll leave it at that. Number 21, I have Actual Romania. Yodel it. Alex and Alinka together, they're just really good together. They work well together, they play off each other phenomenally. They just feel like they're meant to perform together. I like the song. It's not my favorite of the competition, but it's completely enjoyable and a good time. It's one of those you can listen to and be engaged and forget about your day-to-day life. So Yola should do well in the contest. I don't think it's going to win. I don't think it could win because I think there's too many people that don't like it. But as far as I go, thumbs up. 20, Norway, Joust, Grab the Moment. Such a positive and uplifting song. I really enjoy it. A lot of lights, a lot of energy. The singer is just phenomenally smooth voice, incredibly charismatic. They pair well together. I never thought I would like a song like this, but it just really impressed me. So there's other songs I'll like more. I'm not going to keep saying that. I'm sick of saying, just assume that if I have a song that's further back, there are other songs I have a deeper connection to. I've caught myself saying that now, so if that's been annoying you, I'm going to try to stop that right now. 19th, I have Israel. Imri is very energetic, entertaining, and it's a fun song. If I had to criticize this in one spot, it would be his vocals. Sometimes he's very miss live. But this song is great as it works as a bandage to kind of cover up the weaknesses. He doesn't have to be perfect vocally to make this song work. He's got the instrumental portions and the dancing, and a lot of that's going to mask and cover up where some of his vocal deficiencies lay. I'm not saying he's a bad singer in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that he does make errors in some of the really high parts, but hopefully he comes with his voice fresh and he's able to hit those, or that they've maneuvered with the backup vocals to make something work. But this is just a great, energetic, and fun song. Number 18, I have Grease, Demi, This Is Love. This is another one. It's just fun. It's nice to listen to. Visually very appealing. They have a really neat stage setup for this, so I think it's going to do a lot better than people assume. A lot of people like to call it generic, boring, bland. She deserves a better song. I'm not terribly in love with the song, but she has a very nice voice, and I like the overall package here. I think it could definitely get top 10. It might be a dark horse to win. I was considering it a favorite before, but seeing it, there are songs that match up a lot better, so we'll see. I like it, though. It's one that could go up for me. We'll see. Number 17, I have Australia. This was another one. At first, I thought it was okay, and then live, his voice is just phenomenal. He delivers this with such charisma and sincerity. Looking at this, looking at his eyes when he's singing this, it's like talking to a friend that you trust, that if they promise you something, you know they'll deliver because they've been your best friend forever. So it's the conviction that he delivers with a song that I really appreciate. Vocally, he's one of the best vocalists in the competition, I believe, from what I've heard live. I'm not a huge fan of his staging, but we'll see. Number 16, Malta. This might shock a few people because a lot of people have this 38 or 42, This is classy. This is classic. This is high class. It's phenomenal. Her voice is incredible. I listened to her semifinal 2 performance in front of nobody other than the press and her technical crew. And I'm sitting there watching this performance, and I had tears rolling down my face because of the emotional impact she has in her delivery. This is by far the most underrated and underappreciated excellent song this year. I hate hearing Too Good for Eurovision because I think that cheapens the contest, but this song, Breathlessly by Claudia Faniello, is way too good for Eurovision. Number 15. Netherlands, O Gene, Lights and Shadows. There is no act like O Gene in this year's contest. Those girls can sing, they can harmonize, they are on a different level. And you can guess why I don't have this higher, because what I previously stated, connections with songs, higher. But I love this. I love the message. I love that it's a family affair, that their father helped write the song with one of the girls' boyfriends who's a songwriter. It's just a whole family project, and it connects to everybody who's ever had a family member that's been ill or died of cancer or anything of the like. So it's very touching, and this is one that 15 is a good position, but I think like Armenia last year, this could skyrocket into my top 5. I just need to hear the actual live performance. I have no doubt about that. This is a song that I really love, truly. Number 14, Hungry. This song's mystical, it's entertaining, it's exciting, it's dark. I'm not a fan of rap at all. I've never been a fan of rap, but it's just a bridge that connects the mystical to his story, and it's magical listening to this song. Hungry has impressed me so much with this entry. Josie Papi, I don't know how to even say his name, but the song's in Hungarian, and the delivery, the performance with the dancer, the connection they have on stage, it's awesome. I think this could get top 10. We'll see, but it's a great song. I really enjoy it. Number 13, United Kingdom. This is one that I think is going to plow its way into my top 10 before long. It just keeps going up and up for me. I love the revamp. That just re-intensified the song. It brought more emotion. She had emotion at her national finals, but it was a different sort of emotion. Now there's power behind that emotion. There's clarity behind that emotion. I love it. This is a great song. It's touching. It's heartwarming. It's everything you want in a good song. Number 12, Armenia. This is frankly where I expected Armenia to be when I heard the song, because I knew I liked it. I figured it would probably just miss out on my top 10, but it would be like a 12 to 15 place. Well, it's on the upper side of that. And it's another one that could go higher. I really think the staging is quite interesting. I like the dancers and the movements, the choreography with this song. It's got that awesome instrumentation, the Armenian sound there that they bring into it, or replica Indian sound, whatever you want to call it. It's not, lyrically it's not the best, but it's more of a visual song. As she's singing, you can imagine yourself flying. You can imagine the story she's going to tell and make it your own. Like, she sings about a story, and there's really not much of a story there, but you can make up a story. So it's kind of like you control what happens. So it's quite interesting for a visual entry like that. I really like it. Number 11, Poland, Kasia Mas, Flashlight. I have this thing, I really love these dark songs. I love the violins. I love how mysterious it sounds about the two lovers. And if I had any grievance with this song, it's the slant rhyming. Wire, desire, higher. It's kind of annoying, irritating for a writer such as myself. It feels cheap sometimes when you're doing it that way, but two songs fairly close here. Songs that I love do the same thing, so it must not annoy me too much to knock it down, because I really like this song. It's a lot of fun to listen to. I like it. Number 10, top 10, Bulgaria. As a package, this is just an excellent song. I do love his voice. He's got a very nice voice. He's got a great professional stage presence when he's up there. He's very charismatic and great at his delivery, and the staging is like... I didn't like it at first, and then I saw the next step was semifinal 2. It's insane at the end. This really feels like it could win. When people were saying it's a top 5 in the odds, I'm like, what? This? Really? It feels that way. I think Bulgaria could win this. I'm not predicting anything right now, but it's possible. It's a good song. Good, solid. They put a ton of effort into writing. They put a ton of effort into staging. And they've got the perfect lead man to bring the song to life. Christian Kostov. Great job, Bulgaria. Number 9, Serbia. I love this song. I love the sound of it. Unfortunately, this is one of those songs that I think sounds better studio than it sounds live. And it's not because Tiana's a bad singer. Tiana Bogicevic is a very good singer. If you hear her version of In Too Deep with her husband, it's just incredible. Blows me away. But the staging is strange in that they have this interpretive dancer, and at the end, like running backwards in circles to kind of show that she's in a whirlpool sinking, and it just looks silly to me. It's one of the most ridiculous things. It reminds me of Hour of the Wolf, Azerbaijan in 2015, with the creepy wolf that kind of ruined the whole staging thing, even though that was a fantastic song that I still love to this day. But yeah, I just love the instrumental in the middle. I love the beat. I love everything about this song. This is like Poland, my criticism, the slant rhyming, in too deep, falling too deep, in too deep, head, said. Yeah, they do a lot of that slant rhyming in this song too, but I love everything else about it so much that I can't really fault it any worse than that. So, great song, Serbia. Top 10. Number 8, I've got France. Alma. France was deadlocked into my number 2 position. Completely in love with the song. But, yes, I'm one of those guys. The revamp tore my heart out. I didn't like it at all. I mean, it significantly dropped. I've gotten to the point now where I can appreciate the revamp a little more. I still don't like it. I think they should have left it in French, and I liked the mystery. It was more intriguing. I liked the instrumentals better. The mood of the song was perfect, and I feel like they've taken away that mystery. They've taken away that heart. the things that the song had going for it before, I feel are missing, and I do not enjoy the English part. It's the same thing as Italy last year with Francesca. No degree of separation. Once they put the English in there, it dropped from like 8 to 15. It just makes the song worse. Now the good thing is Alma, she's gotten better. Like every performance she does, she's gotten better. She sounds great. She looks great up there. She seems more confident. She is vastly improving as a performer, as an artist. She's really developing. I think this could do very well, and it would deserve to do well. And the good thing about it, even if I don't love the English version, I can always listen to the French version anytime I want to. It's still online, so it's not like I've lost that song. So as she's singing it in the contest, maybe I can play the French version and pretend that's what she's singing and vote for her anyways. We'll see. Still a good song, but the revamp, to me, it was the worst revamp of the year. Because even Slovenia, it was like a linear revamp. It didn't make the song worse. This made the song worse for me. But that's my opinion. Number 7, Azerbaijan. Dark, mysterious, powerful. I really like her voice too. Her tone is fantastic. Staging is weird. They promised something dark and weird, and we got it. So be careful what you wish for. No, it's really good. I think this is an outside contender too, a dark horse, literally. I am always constantly impressed with Azerbaijan, and this year is no exception. I think she's not going to screw up the vocals like Samara did last year. It should be a top 10 finisher. For me, it's 7 right now. But that's where I like it. Number 6, Finland. Oh, Finland. I have no end of love for this song. When I heard it the first time, I had tears streaming down my face. Very few songs this year did that. I would say 3. And one I already talked about, that was Malta. And not even the first time listening, it was literally the other day. Finland is magical, completely magical. It's an experience, and I hope this qualifies. It deserves to be in the finals. Here's my one problem, if I have to say there's a problem with Finland. I have almost completely avoided listening to Finland for the past couple months because I don't want to ruin that feeling of when I first listened to it. So I haven't been listening to the bars because the song's not meant for bars. I know it's not going to do well in a bar or at any of these Eurovision and concert series concerts. But is that a bad thing if you don't want to listen to a song because you're afraid you'll get tired of it for listening to it too much? For me, I just want to be reanimated with it at Eurovision. Reacquainted, I guess is probably a better word. But I love it so much. Her voice is phenomenal. Their connection is through music. Those two, the pair, they're just Norma John together. You feel their connection of friendship that they have through their music, and there's nothing that I dislike about the song at all. The piano part is mesmerizing. It's just nearly a perfect song. Number 5, Austria. Austria has been one of my favorites since the beginning. It's completely positive. It makes me smile every time I listen to it. I love listening to it over and over again. If you're having a bad day, it's just one of those nice songs to listen to. Even the video is charming to the song. Where he's running through the snow and he's reading a map upside down. They flip the map for him. His friend comes and bails him out, picks him up. It's and he could sing so well. He hits his notes. I fear this won't qualify. I don't like the placing that it's placed second in the semifinal, and it's a really tough semifinal. So I completely fear this not qualifying. But I love this song. This is going to be one of my favorites for years. I could see myself listening to this in 5 years. Like, remember 2017 with Austria? That's one of the best. it's it's not a masterpiece lyrically. It's got a lot of faults, but that's where I find it kind of find its charm. It's sentimental, but also realistic. If you want something, don't sit around whining and complaining. You got to get off your ass. It's one of the messages. It's fun, it's cheeky, it's a great song. Number 4, Denmark. I have been a big proponent of Anja Nielsen in this contest. She's polished, she's great at this stuff. She's been doing these talent contests for a very long time, and I love her voice. Like I said, I've heard people say she screams, but Georgia and Albania don't, and I completely disagree with that. I think she's got more control now. I did hear her in some of her rehearsals, and she sounded a little off vocally. She was kind of all over the place here and there. But I think she'll bring it for finals night, and I said finals because, yeah, she's going to the finals. But I think she'll bring it. She'll be strong, and it'll go very well. I expect Denmark to probably get top 15. I don't know that she could win it because I think the song would be considered too generic. But for me personally, it's got that hot to cold transition. It's awesome. I really enjoy everything about the song. I like how it's about opening up to love when it's so hard to show someone how you feel. Everybody says it's generic and simple, but there's much deeper message behind there that people don't care to look at, but I really enjoy it. It speaks to me. It's a good song. Number 3, Portugal. I love this song. It's classic, it's timeless, it's classy. It's just wonderful to listen to. I can close my eyes and just imagine myself. I love that they're doing a simple backdrop with the forest, because that's kind of what I imagine closing my eyes, except maybe not a forest, maybe a beach, maybe off the coast of Portugal. Just sitting there listening to that, thinking of your love. It's sentimental. This is one of the 3 songs that I shed tears to listening. Malta, Finland, and Portugal. As I was doing my review of Portugal, I was reading the lyrics in English, and I started getting emotional doing that because that's what the song is. And Salvador Sobral is a consummate professional. He's so different, so unique. And the whole presentation, it's not about the fancy lights. He doesn't need the gimmicks. He doesn't need the crazy flames and sparks. You just need him, a simple backdrop, and some music. And the expressions, the hand gestures, his quirks, and the song put together, and you have a masterpiece. If it weren't for the connection I felt for the 2 other songs, Portugal would be my winner. It's very close. Very, very close. I love Portugal this year, and I would love to see it win. If it wins, I'll be completely satisfied. Number 2. Oh, this was so hard. These are my 2 favorite songs in the competition, and I've had one favorite the entire length of the contest since I first heard the song. I said it was going to be hard to beat, and then I had one that almost beat it. They're neck and neck right now. I would say they're both number one if I could, but I like to make choices. I don't like to be a pansy and not make a choice. I like actually coming out and making a decision. So my decision for right now, subject to change during the contest, Switzerland is my number 2. I love this song. I don't care if you call it generic, just as much as you will never, ever, ever, ever convince me to like Georgia, you will never convince me to dislike Switzerland. My whole life I've been completely in love with the Greek gods, mythology, and this song isn't really about that specifically, even though they've got the name of Apollo, god of the arts. But it's about following your dreams. It's about doing the thing you love. I'll follow you, Apollo. Could be I'll follow you, music. I'll follow you, teaching. I'll follow you, lawyer. I'll follow you, whatever you love in life. And I think that this is a song that just bridges everybody together. It's not a cheesy song about everybody should love everybody, peace, love, hope, happiness. No, it's just a song about chasing your dreams, following your dreams. And the music to this is wonderful. These are true musicians in Time Bell. They're such a good collective group. They work well together. It's just a shame that my number 1 has to exist, because I would love and be honored to say that this would be my number 1 song. I think I've listened to Switzerland more than any other song in the entire contest, more times. I'm in love with it. I'm completely in love with this song. So, I hate doing it, but right now it's number 2. So, number 1. Occidentali's Karma. There's not a song this year that put a bigger smile on my face than Occidentali's Karma. I love the Italian and the dancing ape. It's all just wonderful. It makes me smile. More than anything, what I like is Francesco Gabbani's enthusiasm, the presence he brings on stage. He acts like he loves what he's doing. And I made that comment in my review of Italy, that I felt he truly loved what he's doing, where a lot of people look wooden or they just want to get it over with. Or sometimes with like Denmark, maybe she seems so scripted that she's not really in the moment or feeling it. She's just playing the part. Gabbani seems to really feel it. He seems to get up there and just want to show everybody how much he loves it. I completely believe his conviction. And his song is intelligent. It's a great message. Where Georgia says the world needs more love and keep the faith, I much prefer the world needs more common sense. And Gabbani kind of says that here. At the end of the day, we're all the naked ape. The naked ape is devolving because of social media and posing off of Eastern culture, and they have to primp and dress up to go to the gym rather than go to the gym. It's the act of being there, and looking the part is more important than the actual activity behind it. So, it's just, this is a masterpiece. This is the best song of the year, I think, technically, and Gabbani is not the best singer by any means in the competition, but most of my favorites aren't the best singer of the contest. Except maybe Portugal, he's right up there. You just have to have all the pieces, though, and Gabbani fits all the mold of, for me, what is a perfect song. So right now, Italy is my number 1 song of the year. I hope you enjoyed this ranking thing. I just did rough takes and rambled. So no scripts or anything like that. It was just me and my thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a like anyways. Please share your top lists. I'm really interested in hearing what you like. And I'm so excited for Eurovision. I'm ready for Tuesday to get here, and then Thursday, then Saturday. We have a full week. I'll be making a lot more videos. I'll predict winners of each semifinal. I still have to do 6 reviews, and I know it's creeping up and it's close to time, but I owe it to those 6 countries to get those reviews out. They're going to be short and sweet, but I'll get them done. And I can't wait for this week. Tell me how excited you are below in the comments. With that, Lethargic Sloth, out.